Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Spark Creativity Teacher Podcast, a podcast for English teachers in search of creative teaching strategies. Whether you're new to the show or a longtime listener, I'm so glad you're here for today's edition of Highly Recommended. On this week's short episode, I want to share my top strategy for taking all the pressure off you while delivering a great experience for parents on back to school night. This strategy is called stations. Back to school night, like the first day of school, can be pretty stressful. You're trying to get a lot of information across quickly, and it can feel like the only way to get that accomplished is by talking fast and furiously for the 8 or so minutes you have with your rapidly moving parents. Sure, a colorful presentation that you love is great if that works for you. But if you'd prefer to go interactive, stations are a fantastic option. They take a lot of pressure off you, and stations are easy to repeat in session after session without losing your voice or sweating through your fancy schmancy parent meeting clothes. With stations, you can get parents up and moving around your classroom, get them the information they want, and even create a chance to chat and answer questions informally. If you want to try back to school night stations, here's how I'd break it down. First things first, have your station set up around the room before your parents come in. Throw a welcome slide up on the board with your name, a fun photo, or collage of photos from classes past, and your contact information. Once parents all come in, welcome them and invite them to move around the room to the different stations, letting them know about how much time they have to move around so they can pace themselves. At each station, they should find an obvious sign telling them what to do and then any supporting papers or electronics that they need. Here are a few ideas for stations. I'm going to give you 5 ideas. You could use them all, you could use some, or you could make up some of your own. Station number 1, and a chance to fill out an informational sheet and ask you any questions they have. So at this station, parents can grab a paper with your name, course description, contact information, maybe a QR code that takes them to any kind of website or LMS that they need access to. You can just stand here at this station, hang out, hand the sheet to parents, ask them to fill it out, give them a pencil, answer their questions, ask them any questions you have. This is just like the chill station. The second station idea is a place where you can show off examples of student work. Maybe you set up a slideshow that's just continuously playing, and you also put some projects, papers, anything like that around on the table. And parents can just hang out and check out the kind of work that their kids are going to be doing in your class. Number 3, if you have a classroom library, give parents a chance to tour the library. Invite them to browse your shelves. Maybe they'll find a title that they once loved, and that will inspire them to talk about books with their student when they get home. By focusing on this important space in your classroom, you'll also be helping parents realize that reading is going to be a key part of your class. Number 4, learn how to support students. This is a place where parents can get information from you about what you wish they would do. Maybe you want them to set their kids up with a library card. Maybe you want them to remind their students to keep their cell phones in their lockers. Maybe you want them to check in every now and then and ask what they're studying and ask how they can help. If you have just some tips for parents that will help them, lay those out in your support student station. And then let parents take it a step further. Put out some Post-its and markers and invite parents to add their suggestions of what has worked well for them in supporting their child's learning. Then they can kind of learn from each other and be a parent community that's sharing ideas. Okay, number 5, create a station where parents can write a note. Now, you can take this one of 2 ways. You can have parents write a note to their child that you're going to give to them at some point in the year and seal it up in an envelope with the child's name. And then you can save it for some special moment where you feel like the students need encouragement. Or you can invite parents at this Write a Note station to write you a note, letting you know whatever they want to let you know about their child, how you can best reach their child, projects their student has left in the past, their student's favorite books, their favorite subjects, important things going on in their lives that influence school, anything like that. It's kind of like that, what I wish my teacher knew, except it's what I wish my child's teacher knew. All right, so those are 5 ideas. You can always add more. You can choose just a few. You can invent your own, or you can mix and match these with like a really, really short talk with you at the beginning if you're feeling like you need a quick slideshow as well. There are lots of ways to craft a successful parent night. Just choose what makes you feel comfortable and confident introducing them to all the wonderful work their kids are going to be doing. Back to school night can feel really stressful, really rapid fire, but this week I just want to highly recommend you create an experience that makes you feel relaxed and confident as the year gets going.